Alrighty, hi everyone. I am Harshil. I'm the founder of Dreamnote Studios. For those of you guys who don't know me, I run a AI first MVP studio where we help founders build MVP in 6 weeks and taking the product to market. And today I just wanted to make a full walkthrough about how I use ChatGPT and all these platforms to truly take something from an idea to a real application. And obviously this will not take it totally to the product side, but what I'll be walking you through is a basic documentational process. And yep, let's dive into it. So in order to take idea to market, the first thing you need is few documentations, right? So I'm gonna head out to ChatGPT. Obviously I'll be closing this, um, and my first go-to method is to draft a PRD. So the way I kind of like to go about documentations is I'll basically, oh my bad, right, I'll start with drafting a PRD which has like a breakdown of everything of what idea is, what are the features meant to be, if there is pricing, what will be the pricing tiers, and other than that, if let's say the product has some risks, if there are role-based authentication needed, and what will be the integrations needed, etc. And after that, I try to make a roadmap slash timeline document. This is something meant for client, but since we are gonna be making a demo, this is purely gonna be a roadmap of how we can proceed with the features, etc. And after that, what I really think about is firstly is the DB design. So it's usually the DB design document, which is like a file which has like file with DB structure. Then I take it to Prisma. I use the Prisma, which is an ORM for the same, and yep, I just connect it to Superbase. After that, I try to make a UI design, uh, which is has like what design principles will be followed, and yep, that's it. And finally, usually these platforms have legal and docs, which is like what all, for example, privacy policy, etc. Right, these are 4 5 docs I go for. I There are few which I might be missing out. One is usually what I sometimes do is like a to-do list, which has like basically all things to be done, and I basically keep ticking things off. Yep, so that's usually my documentation process. There are docs other than that during the handoff, or usually what I try to keep has is a api.md, which has like the API documentation, and other would be uh, uh, role based .md, which has like what all each role captures. And finally would be readme.md, which has like how to set up locally and work through things. So if after handoff the clients want to continue it, right? Cool. So let's pick things up. I'll start with the PRD, because this is meant to be a smaller tutorial. I have better products in mind. I'll be starting with now simple. I know this will be like, but I'll be starting with a simple um, to do application. So I'll start with you are a senior product manager, and so a good important part of this whole process is prompting very well. So I start with you are a senior product manager to give a role play prompt who is good in building MVPs in 5 to 6 weeks and taking them to market. And basically this is obviously just a demo. um, I want you to create a deep PRD for MVP, which is a to-do application with auth and ability to have priority, uh, target date. Let's see, priority, target dates, uh, description, and have a landing page, FAQ, market, since it's the age of AI, market it as an AI product. um, and yeah, I mean that's for the base idea. Oh, okay, so apparently ChatGPT is down, but my go-to platform other than this would be Claude, right? So I'll just ask Claude for the same, and while we are at it, what I do is I have a I'll start with drafting a code base, so I'll make a new repository. And yep, we for our company we have created a template. It is I'll start with to do demo, and yep, I'll be making it public. You guys can access it and work through the same as well. And so yep, we have PRD obviously, and this is a template that we had created, so it has all documentations needed, and we even have the project structure laid out. So let me know in the comments if you guys want it, and I'll take it. I'll go to cursor, and I'll probably open the Codebases folder. I'll do git clone. Awesome. I prefer it directly here rather than doing the CD kind of way. Right, to do demo. Awesome. Terminal pnpmi. So quick things about this Codebase format. The SRC has a app folder. We already have set up authentication for it, which has sign up and sign in. Then we have a page, a basic layout, which has a metadata kind of flow. After that, we follow a T3 stack kind of process. I have personally realized that works best for me, right? So yep, I follow this kind of formatting, and I think so it has created a deep PRD going above for everything. And what I usually do is moving myself aside, obviously I'll copy it. I will make a prd.md which has all of this documentation, and I keep this for here as well. So and then I'll be going for the same as well. So just to taking a basic idea, task flow AI, got the name, problem statement would be prioritization, product goals, success matrix would be 70% create the first task. So they have created a success matrix. What would be the target audience and secondary personas as well. Features would be authentication, profile management, core task management, user stories, acceptance criteria. Awesome. So now that we have at least the PRD laid out, we would be moving on to DB design. I think that for me is more crucial. So I'll be like basis this PRD and understanding of the features, draft me a DB design document. I am using Supabase plus Prisma ORM. So make things planned out, plus keep a summary of the design reasoning in the doc as well. And boom, I'll be using this. Obviously this might not be the best. uh, okay, so as you can see, what we have there is like a layout of everything. And in the meanwhile, while it is in the process of creating this doc, dvdesign.md, I'll quickly create this document which will be having all of this documentation. And I think it's a good way to go about it. I have another thing up my sleeve, which is I go to eraser.io, and what I will do is, once uh, Claude is obviously done with generating this whole documentation. Yep, I think it went all out going into the create a blank. Okay, I'll just use some older document. Neither this. I'll maybe delete a project of my own which I was recently working on. Archive, generate an AI diagram. Cool. So finally we have the doc. It takes a good while to make it, and now I'll just say now just give me the schema part. So basically it will be picking up what schemas are there and everything related to the schema purely. And I'm skipping the MCP parts of things for the time being, because I think for beginners it's usually overcomplicated thing. And yep, let me quickly check if I have Bluetooth open. Okay, I don't. Model AI insights. So eraser.io has an amazing feature of generating AI diagram, and I'll just say, hey, basis the below input, create a DB design, and boom, I fill it up. It will get to work. While it is at it takes a while usually. So what it does, it goes through the whole file, understanding what are we going for, is it Prisma, and it starts generating code. You will be able to see it in a while, but right. Okay, so it has gotten at it, and here we can see it has gotten up to creation of the tasks. And I think rather than going at a normal thing, it has gone full blown into AI. I expected it to. It has AI filled up across. It and now it's just ensuring all the mappings are present here, just putting everything in sync, and boom, there we have it. What we have here is like a total breakdown of the platform. So we have test analytics, task analytics, we have user preferences, work start time, end, prefer work days, break duration, and everything. And we have all insights. Everything is mapped to a user. User has a ID which acts as a primary key here, which is connected to everything as a foreign key, user ID being present in every table as user ID, and notifications have mapping. So yep, what this does is, for me, it gives me an idea of what are we gonna be doing, right? And I think it is a good way to visualize things. And what I do usually is, in order for faster references, I take a screenshot of this and I literally paste it here, which can be image. I prefer renaming it to db design.png so that I can just refer it up. Right, so now that we have this part sorted, what I do is we focus on the design, since we want to start with something which is a bit more minimalistic on the side. We can either do a lovable kind of way or go with a design flow. And so I'll just I usually do screenshots, we refer to the client, but basis this info, we will now be making basic UI design. Make a .md file about UI design, and also another doc about legal and TNC, so that we can directly add to the platform. And it starts creating a basic color palette and everything about the platform, font typography and everything. And it is a good thing to have. Usually what I do is I would take this, or I would basically go to platforms like Dribble, and I will start looking for good designs what I can find. For example, if I search to do, it takes a while though, and I'll be listed with a lot of applications. So I go through the UIs, I try to think of what suits me best, and I take it and I give it to Claude or ChatGPT or whatever, and tell it, hey, this is the kind of UI design palette that I want to go for. For example, this is something I really like, it feels appealing to me, and so I might just copy the image from here and just paste it in Claude. But that is something I do. Other than that, it would be Behance, best of Behance. I'll go here and I'll probably similarly search for to do, and yep, they even have case studies about projects, so this has a pretty neat UI. And yes, this is something I can also look into, so some things like that. And I think we have the UI design guideline ready, so I'll just create a new doc, UI-design.md, and take this, and I think privacy policy in the process. What we would now be needing is creating a Supabase project, and I'll switch to something else. I'll switch to my own project and I'll create a new project. I'll name it to do demo. I'll keep the password as 123 Harshil 123, and I'll switch it to Southeast Asia. I'll copy the password just in case. Literally create a new file with the name just to keep it. I'll create the project, and I think legal document is also done. So we'll make a doc, legal dash doc, legal and tnc.md, and I'll paste everything here. I'll close it. And the reason we need Supabase from the first instance is this is built on top of the T3 stack, so even if I try to run it, I would get an error most probably, which is related to Prisma. So what I'll now say to cursor is Prisma schema. So I'll say refer to the @dbdesign.md as well as @dbdesign.png and make a Prisma schema for the product. And while it is at its job, I'll just go to Superbase. I'll click connect. Since we are using Prisma ORM, I will just boom, copy this, create a new .env, and I'll paste it here. Now the password is Herschel123. 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 And I think on the terminal npm, and I think we should be good to go to at least have a preview. Yep. If we go to localhost, now this is built on the top of T3 stack only. This is a header I just added and a basic footer, cause it allows me to reuse stuff. Awesome. And so this won't work. After this, I'm waiting for it to finish generating Prisma. What I do on the side usually is I go to Lovable. I take this. So I'll say give me a short summary of the PRD and the UI design to put into AI landing page generator. Obviously the usual prompts are very big, but I've run out of free messages here. What to do then? I guess we'll just PRD. The issue is this might be big. And I'll skip the unnecessary stuff. And I'll just go to UI. Okay, this needs to be renamed for a proper naming. I think accent colors and neutral colors, something up to this is good enough. And I'll say basis this input for the product. Now you can go much more deeper. Okay, let's switch to bolt because I was playing around on other products as well. And the good thing is at least now we have the schema ready. So I'll just take these docs. I'll do git add dot, I'll do git commit dot m feed. Just for context, I follow a concept called semantic commits. Semantic commits is basically that your commits always have a title, which is feed, chore, etc, etc. And so because we have the documentation, so I'll just call it feed docs in it, which basically means I have feed that I have achieved something, which is completion of documentation. I'll do git push, and this is a good checkpoint for me as well. I'll just run the command provided here. I'll just fade it out while we're at it. Let's see. I think bolt might not be our best buddy in the process. Awesome. So it has started working on the product. So we have both things running parallelly. Probably super base seems to be down. Okay, we can leave this part. And bolt usually takes time. So while we're at it, I have another trick. What is good thing about this template is that inside component, inside UI, it has the whole code base, literally all chats and components. I think in this day and age it is good to at least have your product out, right? So I will tell cursor, uh, you are a senior software engineer. By the way, I also have cursor rules enabled. It literally has documentations like expert TypeScript Node.js, what you work with, but I usually find it that the more prompt I can give, the better it usually results. So more prompting, better result each time. So you're a senior software engineer who is great at building MVPs. MVPs, you are, let's say you are proficient in Next.js plus TypeScript. Also, by the way, a call out. Nowadays, TypeScript is something to people usually go for, but it is not the norm. It is not necessary. You can work without TypeScript, and that is completely okay. That is completely fine. Right. And after that, I just for the sake of it, I'll still add the same thing as context to this as well. Okay, it has picked up the cursor rules. So I'll just tell it go through the prd.md and ui design.md, and let's also see how awesome it has. See, boom, we have an amazing UI right here in front of us. Let's see how would it look. Hide chat. Okay, code preview. And look at the UI, man, it looks so neat. This literally took a second because we had a very good context window of providing literally the documentation and UI design. We have it. Go to the PRD and MD and create the pages needed inside the code base. Use Next.js routing. Don't for the time being create APIs. Mock everything using JSON, etc., and create all of the pages. I usually what I do is I tell it that hey, ask questions wherever necessary, but for keeping things faster, also give me the summary of what all you created. So while this is at it, the good thing is we have a landing page, right? Responsive mode, open in separate window. Yep, this is what I wanted to see. Righty. So look at it, guys. Like we have literally a full-blown landing page. This earlier would have taken such a long because we would not have given a proper documentation, right? And boom, I'll go to lovable. What issue I usually face is that I have this code base is usually in React. I am someone who prefers to have things in uh, Next, but the good thing is I have everything inside app only, and I don't think it has put in a lot of components. So I'll literally take this file, and being cursor, it will do its own thing. And so we just wait it out. We honestly just wait it out and let cursor do its own thing. Now obviously there'll be a lot of errors happening. The good thing is because we have the landing page sorted, we will be focusing only purely on our landing page. where do we have the localhost open? So we'll go to localhost. Okay, this is gonna be giving errors except huh. Yeah, it's my mistake to think that it will be. The good thing, see, it has started creating login sign up. Now it lost context that we already have sign in and sign up already present. uh, and it has created a new sign up and a new login, but that is okay if you are starting out without a template already. Although this has a good enough code base where you have a form, you can just integrate on submit or something where it will start working. And this might require a bit of bug fixes or quick fixes. So I think it has integrated a lot of pages. So to get an idea, it has integrated the auth based sign up sign in, a dashboard which has a dashboard that has tasks. Interesting. And yep, boom, thankfully it is done. I think layout is the only file where we have an issue. Global.css. I don't think we need theme provider actively, so we can just remove things out for the time being. So okay, it messed up the landing page very badly, and what I'll do is I'll paste the landing page here, and because it has a use state, you will have to make it use client. Okay, something went wrong with the UI. I think we need to either restart the project or there is something that is breaking. Let's see. Either already we have a issue, a big one actually. Why could it be happening? Let's see. We can remove the changes made in layout. So the and hey, yep, we have it. So now you can see the issue was happening because of some changes in layout, and there we have it, guys. Literally full blown project. I think it should be responsive as well. Yes, totally mobile responsive. You have the page as well. You also have a mini pricing section present here, and after that let's try out. I think um, we have some issues. So it just to get it, they have added in a landing page which we obviously updated, authentication flow, a dashboard layout, dashboard pages. So now I'll just say awesome. I have added in my own landing page in page.tsx, which is the integrate it with your flow and add more pages if necessary. Also enhance the other pages UI. This page.tsx, and it will get to it. Let's also check out what it has done in the dashboard. Interesting. So it has a dashboard. I think it went, we can create new tasks or not. Okay, so these pages are yet to be created. I would want it to create all these pages. Match the modern polished design of a landing page. So it's just matching up all the pages to have that kind of view. Already, let's check out what it did to sign up. Interesting. See, it has literally matched the logo as well. That's a good thing to have, and also laid out what is required and everything. I think somewhere where it has gone wrong is having the layout. Yeah, much more neater. I just have set up a setting where basically if I press command shift P, it removes the integrations that are extra, and that is my workflow for them. And I think the login should also be updated with the newer UI. Login is also pretty sorted. Taskflow, it has also put in the logo, and this is something I did not expect, but like the overall flow. So it has also created dashboard slash task. So let's check that out. Dashboard slash tasks. And boom! Look at the UI, guys. This is something awesome. Cool. Let's go to localhost and see the workflow from the beginning. A person goes to sign in. I think they have still not integrated. Try get started for free. So let's quickly look at it as well. SRC app page.tsx get started for free. But I have Super Maven installed. Now it requires router. So get started for free should take me to the sign in or sign up. And what was the other page? The other page was sign in. And I'll just integrate the same flow as well. Auto.push sign up and sign in. So if I search sign in, I can reintegrate it, and everything, by the way, that is getting auto recommended is via the cursor tab feature. If I click sign in now, it should take me to the sign in. Okay, this is to be login. So I'm looking for slash sign in. This should be login, and yep, there we have it. We go to sign in, we put in some dummy credential, signing in. Okay, we are yet to make it. Awesome. Now make the login and sign in page to mock the sign in, and basically take the user directly to the dashboard. So I'll just make it do this thing. I'll update both the login and sign up pages. Boom, 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 boom. And guys, just for your context, after recording this whole video, I'll be dropping a document which has literally the whole workflow. What exactly is happening in the product, so you can just drop a comment, which can be roadmap or whatever. I'll let you know on the tweet or video, and just use it, and you can get the link from the bio slash thread tags as well. So it's working through some stuff. I think toast is not something we need to create. So it's creating toast. It is smart enough to understand that toast is missing throughout these components, right? So it will create that component, it will integrate it here as well. And now it's saying cannot find modules. So I'll just go to the file. I think it is missing it. So let's create a toast hook. I think it's going all out, creating extra file. I think that is something which also people need to keep a context of, that it sometimes blows things out of proportion, and I don't want to run it. I actually want to stop things here, because while I accept all, I think I'll be ditching the part where it has toast, and boom, I have avoided an issue happening here. I'll probably delete these files because I'll be getting errors because of them. And component slash UI slash, this is in file layout, src app layout. No. So if I try to sign in now, I think it will take me to the dashboard, and nice, here we have it. We have dashboard. Now it obviously, I know for a fact that it has messed up the routing a bit. So if I go inside dashboard slash dashboard, this is the page, and if you click on today, you have a page where everything that is pending today. You have all tasks, you have profile. Okay, so profile is a page which is missing. Components slash, let's see. So this file literally doesn't exist. And while we are at it, I'll just literally push this part, command dash m feed dash board init git push. And I think it is something really important in the workflow. A lot of people don't understand the importance of it. npm run dev, and since I think what it is missing is, I wanted to improve the UI of dashboard and create a profile and settings page. Okay, awesome. I want you to improve the UI of, the page is called slash dashboard, dashboard dash so I choose the dashboard to match the amazing UI of landing page. Also create the missing pages, which are the profile slash profile and slash settings pages. So now it will get at it. It will be creating a full-blown page, enhancing the UI here. But dashboard is okay, but I think this is something which is very good. I am not sure. And we also have search tasks. So a lot of things right now are not functional, and I think the core goal of this tutorial was also not to make things functional. What it was to show that you can get so ahead in terms of UI just literally by using, and I think it should have ideally enhanced the UI. And yes, here we have it. After that, it is creating the settings page. It is under the process. Nice. So it has created the profiles and settings page as well. Now if we check things out, we have a profile page which is like task completed, productivity score, current streak, etc. And then we have a settings page which has all of the things available, theme, color. So here you have it, guys. You can see within 45 minutes we literally went from having just an idea to now having, if I may, having a full blown landing page which has everything that is to be there, having a sign in flow, even having a sign up page, and also having a dashboard page which has literally a full blown screen, and today even having like your task with pending, priority, everything, all tasks having what are there. We have these filters, we have search bar. Obviously the UI can always be improved, but the core goal was to just showcase how you can create UI simply by using few documentations. If you literally look at the code base and I search .md, we literally created a prd.md, a dbdesign.md, a UI design, legal tnc, and pull request is something that I already had. Readme has a project workflow, and I think the landing page even has this micro animations, watch demo, a basic pricing section, and you also have your FAQ present here, right? I did not go through these, so I think it should have these. We have not integrated, but yep, you can see we literally went from zero to having now a UI that you can showcase and get your product validated. And yep, that's it. And yeah, this is the kind of workflows we use. I literally created the whole thing within less than 45 minutes. And if you have a product idea and you would like to collaborate with us, just drop a comment and or just book a call with me.